So here we are. Hello guys, welcome back to another stream with FC RAMSAY, and we are having the watch of Europa League round 4 where Galatasaray is hosting the Spurs Tottenham, who are just making those comeback in the Premier League, as well as they are giving those disappointments in the Carabao Cup in the EFL to Manchester City. So Pep Guardiola's men getting their first defeat against Tottenham, and Postecoglou here is on to face the Galatasaray, the Turkish giant. They are at the top of their Turkish table, and Okan Buruk being their manager. What is in store for both the teams? But yes, just me, let put a Q&A over here that whether can Spurs upset Galatasaray? So here is the Q&A over here to the chat, that these Spurs, can they get that upset for the Galatasaray, the Turkish giants? So what are your says? Do give on the comment section, which is over there. And yes, the game is about to begin. Those of you who want to have the watch links, the link is given in the channel description as well as in the video description. Get the Discord on, and there you can get those very clearly. The likes of both the teams, Mario Icardi, as well as Osimhen from Galatasaray. But yes, there is Mertens, who is from the deep lying forward. He is also in the squad from Galatasaray, and Ekoglu and Sara and Toria in the midfields. But yes, Ilmaz is their midfield as well as their winger, who is really scoring. So what is in store for both the teams? Do have a watch and just give us in the comment section that whether these Spurs can get those defeat or not. Just let me have one put over here. So yes, Spurs taking on Galatasaray over here. This is going to be a big game. Those of you who are watching it, just get those links in the channel description as well as in the video description. So yes, the game has begun, and some sort of ball movement is from those of Galatasaray can be seen. They are trying to advance. Talking about both the teams, this is really a big game because yes, Galatasaray are the top of the Turkish table. Just look at their table. But in the Europa League, let me just give you those stints over here. I mean, this is the lineup where we can watch the teams facing one-on-one. The likes of Icardi and Osimhen, they will be too good. But yes, Spurs having those likes of Johnson as well as that of Son. But yes, what is in store, that their striker is Lancashire, who is being played, because the likes of injuries for these Spurs is that of Christian Romero. But yes, he is not having that high injury. He is on the recovery. He will get back to the squad very soon. But Mickey Van de Ven as well as Richard Leeson is injured. And talking about that of Galatasaray, Ismail Jacobs is the player injured. So yes, much of things are awaiting over here with the likes of Okan Buruk against Postecoglou. Was that the first scoring chance? Damn! It was Sanchez with that header. But was that an offside? Galatasaray are seen making those runs, guys. They are making those incisive runs so early in this game. So yes, this game is open, and none of the teams are going to stay too good. But talking of the Champions League table, just look at over here, guys. Tottenham is at the top. Just look at this table of the Europa League, whereas Galatasaray are in the top 8 at the 4th position. Lazio and Anderlecht as well as Frankfurt are there. Today there is a game where Frankfurt is also facing in the Europa League as well as that of Lazio. But we will be having the watch of Galatasaray. And yes, late in the night there is Manchester United as well as Chelsea and Lazio facing against Porto. These matches will also we have some kind of watch along to it, but they are just 2 hours just late. After this stream we will get those links, but at now we are just having those lineups of Galatasaray and Tottenham on the top of the Europa League table. They are doing good, and just have the stat that they have won 3 of their games and just drawn one, and this is the away game for Tottenham, and they have traveled to the Galatasaray at the Rams Stadium. They are doing this. So much of the await is there. So let's focus on the games which is going on over here. A total of possession by Tottenham is looking good over here. But what are the concerns which we must look over here is that the likes of Bissouma and Madison from the midfields of Tottenham, they are doing their job too good, as they are having the centre back pairing of Dragusin and Davis, these two men in the centre back, but there is no Christian Romero for Tottenham, and Spurs are facing this Europa League without their elite centre back, the like of Christian Romero. So yes, this game, a total of the stadium where there are more than 35,000 fans awaiting on the stands, and they are all just men in yellow and orange. They are just waiting for their team Galatasaray to clinch on the top of the table. Just look at the points. Galatasaray is in 8 points, whereas Tottenham is on 10 points. So this is a good watch over here, because if you look at this table over here, just watch it that Tottenham has won 3 of their previous games, whereas Galatasaray has won 2. But yes, the points between these top 5 teams as well as the top 6 teams, no, my mistake, that is the top 8 teams, only a difference of 2 points, and the goal difference is making those edges with them. So definitely this Europa League, it is going to be too crucial. Damn, Galatasaray has scored. This is the upset moment which these Spurs are going to face. They have got their first goal. That is what we were awaiting. But Spurs are the comeback king. Can they get those comebacks in this game? It will be a good watch. This is that first goal which the Galatasaray they have scored, and it is Akugnu who has scored that. Just look at it, that score. I mean, what a shot that was. Just look at that shot, guys. I mean, that was a free kick. It was just having that deflection, and what a left footer to the far post. What a boom shot. Galatasaray is just making those moves. So yes, will Postecoglou get that defeat, or again they are going to get those comeback with those late goals in this stoppage time, because Tottenham are known for their comebacks in the Premier League, as well as they have done in the Carabao Cup, the EFL, as well as here they are facing Galatasaray. But in just 6 minutes, Galatasaray has got that early goal advantage, and it is Yunus. He has got that from Galatasaray. What a amazing left footer that was. And Okan Buruk, the manager of Galatasaray, the Turkish giants, he must be having those moments and he must be enjoying it. And yes, guys, those of you who are watching this, do give us those likes. It definitely, that is a missed pass. The ball is in position for Galatasaray. It was for Icardi, but there was some sort of interception to it. Galatasaray is having those positions. They are looking bit good in those tiki-taka passes in the midfields. They are doing those build-ups. Victor Osimhen getting, but that was Foster. He just got that deflection. I can see second goal incoming for Galatasaray inside the box. That is Icardi. Dang. Galatasaray is making those moves inside the box of Tottenham, and they are playing their home. Was that Osimhen trying to get some penalty? Because it was Foster from the Spurs who had that challenge. but Icardi was inside that box. This is looking lethal. This game is looking dangerous. Anything can happen from the Galatasaray. They are doing those press. Much of worries for Postecoglou if the Turkish giants are going to play like this. There are much worries for Postecoglou in this game. Yes, talking about the goalkeeping positions, they are having Foster at their goalkeeping position. That is what the worry which Postecoglou must be having. There are the likes of Udogi, but yes, he is not in the first lineup, as well as Pepesa, Bentancur, Kulusevski, Solanke. I mean, so many players are there for Tottenham, but yes, they have stuck to Johnson, Langshear, and Son. That is amazing, guys. That is amazing. I mean, this is a big bet which Postecoglou has made because he definitely needs those comeback in the latter stages of this game. What is going to happen? This is getting too critical to watch because in just 6 minutes of gameplay, the Turkish Giants have scored and Tottenham are down by 1 goal. So yes, comeback needed. There is some sort of counter movements. It can be seen that is Son Heung-min as well as Langshear and Johnson on the counter attacks. But no, that was a good defensive aspect from Galatasaray. Again, that is Marco Icardi. He is there. Just look at it. Ilmaz is making those moves so good. Ilmaz is the top in terms of goals and assists. If you guys take a look over these stats of the Europa League, then Ilmaz has been performing too good in the games for Galatasaray. But look at their formation. I mean, playing with this 3-4-1-2 and Tottenham with their 4-3-1-2. That is again a wide pass across the right wings to Ilmaz. Ilmaz is the number 53, the odd number. He is wearing that jersey from Galatasaray. Osimhen, Ilmaz and Mertens. Mertens is that deep lying player who loves to get into the attack deep from the defense, and he gets those passes as well as he has got those clinical finishings which he is very much lethal to get some upsets for the Spurs. But there are likes of Son Heung-min as well as Johnson in those counter attacks. But the midfield of Madison, Bissouma and Bergwell, they need to perform good in this game. Spurs are trying to settle in this game, but again that is a missed pass. What a left footer that was. Galatasaray is giving, and that is Yunus again. Yunus is getting those left footers and he is there in an open space outside the box. Every time he is going for those left footers, it is looking too dangerous for Foster to block it. Son Heung-min to the left midfields. Spurs getting their possession, trying to get some kind of settlement in the field, but that is who is there injured from Galatasaray. Someone of Galatasaray is looking injured in the box. Who is that? Is it Mertens? Yes, I guess it is Mertens. Is it Mertens or is Isara? Yes, that is Mertens. Damn, Mertens is looking injured. That was a bad challenge. That was Dragusin. He was getting that bad challenge for Mertens. Damn. Will the referee go for some kind of VAR to this? That goal from Yunus. What a goal that was. That left footer from Yunus. I mean, in the Europa League as well as in the Conference League also, there are certain things which comes so bright, and just have those watch, guys. It definitely gives those breathe and those choking moments for the opposition. That was a very good goal from Yunus. So yes, Bissouma is trying to console the players. that still there is plenty of time and the Spurs are known for their comeback. Can they get those comeback moments, because it's only 12 minutes into the gameplay, and that is Yilmaz. The defending pair of Bardaki, Sanchez, and Iham. Let me tell you guys, these players they are defensively very strong. They are not having those speed, but against facing the likes of Johnson as well as Son Heung-min, they might be overtaken sometimes with their speed, but defensively these players are very strong. Just look at their stats in the Turkish table. They have done so good. That is Galatasaray again inside the box of the Spurs. Every time the men in these yellow and maroon, they are getting those build-ups. They are advancing to the box of the Spurs quite good. And yes, Tottenham is not looking for any kind of build-ups yet now. They are only trying to settle with some kind of possession. But yes, it is the Galatasaray who are having those positions so far. Look at those right midfield movements from Ilmas and Toria with the likes of Sanchez. The formation of Galatasaray is lethal, guys, because they are getting those midfield players outnumbered and they are really doing those build-ups too good, especially in the first 14 minutes of gameplay so far. Ilmas back to Ihan, back to Muselra. So yes, Madison, Bisoma and Bergwell, if they play in the midfield, they will go for those long balls for Johnson and Son, and that is what Postecoglou has made clear to his players, because they are not going for those special build-ups in the midfield, whereas the likes of Johnson and Son Heung-min, they both are staying so wide on the winger position. That was a bad tackle from Mertens to Bissouma. Mertens has been given that early booking, and that is a yellow card for him in just 15 minutes of gameplay. Dragosin with that free kick, but again that is some sort of interception from Galatasaray, and at the Rams Park they are looking dangerous. Just have those things, guys, that whether, I mean, in the Champions League, I have got a huge stat that is out of the 72 matches. I mean, in the total 4 game week, a total of 72 matches has been played. But yes, do you know that there have been 25 upsets? I mean, 25 of the matches where the teams were playing at their home, they have got their defeat. So yes, you can say that two-thirds of the games in the Champions League they have, that is Galatasaray. They are just gliding away inside the box of the Spurs like anything, and that is that player Ilmaz. He is making those moves. The likes of Yunus and Ilmaz from the far midfields with the likes of Mertens, they are building up. And yes, Postecoglou needs to make those changes very soon in those techniques. Foster to Bissouma. Bissouma giving it far to Bergwell. Back to Bissouma. Some of the early press from the Galatasaray has just yielded a goal, but now the Spurs are trying to settle with some kind of ease, especially from their far midfield playmaking, because in the midfield there has been no kind of opportunity for them so far. Pedro Porro, Gray, that is Son. There are likes of Son moving in, but that is Ilmaz with that tackle back to Gray. That is a pass, and that is the goal from Tottenham as well. Just look at it. The number 42 Lancashire who made his mark for Tottenham. And what a goal that is. This player Lancashire, looking at his player profile, he has just played a single game for Tottenham, and this was his first senior career appearance at the Europa League, and he has scored. That is what I was saying, because Galatasaray are having those slow defenders. I mean, the centre backs in their lineup, and some sort of fast counter movements just yielded them with no scope. This is what Tottenham has got in this game, and that was a good assist from Johnson as well. That was Gray who gave that cross to Johnson, and it was Lancashire. Lancashire has made his first appearance for Tottenham in the Europa League this season, and he has scored the number 42 from the Spurs. So yes, early in the 19 minutes, the Spurs have got their comeback and they have equalized. So at the Rams Park, this is the scores are leveled and both the team are just level draws. So what is in store for the next? Still there is 70 minutes of gameplay left plus stoppage time. Many things are going to happen and we are expecting many goals. That is Ilmas. He is outside the box. But that was Torreira and Sara in the build-ups. Just look at Osimhen and Mertens. I mean, Icardi and Osimhen, they are staying so deep in the center forwards with the likings of Dragusin and Davis constantly being there for those man marking positions. Pedro Porro back to Foster. Foster to Bisoma. Bisoma is taking those defensive midfield jobs. But yes, he has got the likes of Madison as well as Johnson. This formation where the Galatasaray are playing, they are looking possessive, they are having those possessions, but look at those four forwards who are staying so deep in those attacks for the Galatasaray, but that is a win-win situation. That was Johnson, but it was a good block from Sara. Sara in the midfields, especially in the defensive aspects, has got those interceptions against Johnson. So yes, this Europa League, there are many things which are going to happen, but we will be having the watch along of Manchester United as well as Chelsea late this night, as well as there is Lazio and FC Porto. So big games tonight as well from the Europa League as well as the Conference League. Was that some kind of handball? But what a tackle that is! Just look at Torreira. He was looking so lethal. He was making those moves. Poro with that free kick. Can the Spurs get one more goal out of here? Talking about the headers, it is Johnson who has got those headers. Apart from them, Tottenham hasn't yet got any header situations or they have got those goals from that position. Madison is playing on the left midfields. Back to Gray. Gray did that cross which yielded for a goal and that assist from Johnson to Lancashire. It was so good. Again, that is Johnson trying to find Lancashire. So yes, Son is staying bit deep. He is not moving for those fast counters. But yes, Johnson and Lancashire, they have got, but that was some kind of offside. Yes, it is offside. So yes, Johnson and Lancashire, they have got those ugly spots. I mean, the block holes where they are overtaking Bardaki as well as Sar, especially on the right midfields. Again, Son giving that pass to Bargwal. Men of Postecoglou have just identified that what Galatasaray are going to do, and now they are blocking away those passes. So yes, Okan Buruk, he must need to settle because these Spurs they are known as the comeback kings, and in the Premier League they have done it. They got that win over City. I mean, City got that defeat first of the season. It was the man of Postecoglou who did that. But it is Sarah Osimhen is there. Dang, that was a shot. What? Galatasaray has missed a simple chance. That was Osimhen one-on-one against Foster, and he has missed it. But it was again back for Mertens to score that left footer. He also just couldn't get that goal. Dragosin, Victor Osimhen is speeding away against Dragosin. That was the gameplay, and what a through pass that was from Sarah. But yes, that is a good save from Foster. Foster has denied Victor Osimhen a simple goal, which could have been their second goal of this game so early in just 25 minutes. But yes, he has missed it. Osimhen has missed that opportunity. Osimhen, Victor Osimhen, talking about him, he is a great player. He has those stint movement and he has played for the big clubs as well. And there will be the likes that he is going to score those opportunities, but he has missed it. Just look at it. Victor Osimhen from the Wolfsburg Academy, he moved to Sporting and then he was at Lille, back to Napoli. On he was on Galatasaray the previous season on loan, and just he has been to Galatasaray again. So yes, he has scored more than 90 goals in his senior career. He is that player who has got those experiences, and he is of 25 years of age. Many years he will play definitely, and there are much expectations for Victor Osimhen, and he will definitely make those moves. So yes, Galatasaray are trying to get those moves with the build-ups. That is again a chance. Dang. Galatasaray is making those moves, guys. This is, I mean, really looking too good. Just look at that was some opportunity for Ahan. Had they got just a touch to that ball, it would have been a good goal. So it is Spurs versus Galatasaray, the battle for Europe. This is definitely looking too good. The battle for Europe has shifted to the Turkish giants, where Tottenham is at the top of the table, the Europa League table. and they are up against the Turkish giants who are at the top of their Turkish table as well. This is definitely going to be a good watch, guys. Just have those watches of this game, and definitely they are going to yield many results, many goals as well. Every time they are getting that ball, Galatasaray are making those moves. This is definitely a comeback moment for Tottenham, but much to be awaited for the rest 75 minutes. I mean, to be precise, 60 minutes of gameplay so left plus stoppage time. Galatasaray are having their goalkeeper, the likes of Muslera. He is in their squad and he is doing his job too good. Bissouma against Osimhen, but that is a tackle. I mean, if you talk about this formation of Okan Burak, just look at it. I mean, this formation and gameplay from Galatasaray, they are looking decent because they have the likes of the forwards of Mertens, Icardi, as well as Osimhen. They really do their job good, especially with the likes of Mertens staying deep in the attacking midfields, with the likes of Sara and Toria staying deep. But yes, there is a high centre back lineup from Galatasaray as they are trying to just shrink the gameplay down into the half. That is another. Oh my God! What a goal from Victor Osimhen! Just look at it. But what, that was offside. Victor Osimhen is looking unpredictable, man. But who was that who made that cross? Was that a cross from Yunus, or who was that Sara giving that cross? Dang, it was Yunus or it was Mertens. What a pass that was! What a pass that was for Osimhen. Osimhen was slight, I mean, few inches offside. Victor Osimhen was few inches offside. Otherwise, that would have been their second goal. So yes, Galatasaray are making those movements as well. Just look at their spread. They are not going with those fluidity, but in the midfields, they are changing their shape so tactically. I mean, one, two, three, four, five of the Galatasaray players are up on the high lineup, whereas in their defensive aspects, only three of them are staying close with the likes of Johnson, the right wing forwards. That is another Victor Osimhen opportunity. He is inside the box. Damn man, Victor Osimhen is doing again and again in this game. Just look at him. In just 2 minutes, he has scored, which was some kind of offside, and again he got that comeback. Victor Osimhen against Davis and Dragusin. Yes, Tottenham not having the likes of Christian Romero. It is looking lethal. The likes of Mertens, Icardi, as well as that of Osimhen against the likes of the centre back pairings of Bissouma, Dragusin, and Davis. The unlikely, I mean, absence of Christian Romero in the squad. Osimhen is looking lethal. Son is having some word with the referee talking about the VR check. Will that be a VR check again? But no, that was a pass where Osimhen was inside the centre back line. Yes, that goal stands. It is 2-1 on the score sheet, and Galatasaray are having that lead in just 31 minutes. That was a tackle to Icardi. Dragusin making those early advancement. I mean, this was a mistake which Dragusin made. He was just chasing the shadows. He went for those tackles to Icardi. But yes, Davies made those tackle also, it was Osimhen who just finished it so brilliantly. This is the finishing you are needing with your center forwards, guys. Talking about the big clubs who are having those strikers, big names, who are having those millions and millions of transfer on their bags. But these games where Victor Osimhen is a such good player but not having those huge transfers on his back, and he is scoring. Again, Galatasaray are moving. What is this going on? Tottenham is losing their position so easily, so cheaply. And all of the players from Galatasaray are looking so good in that build-up. This formation from that the likes of Okan Buruk, it is quite evident what a challenge that is. I told you again and again, guys, the centre back pairings of Bardaki, Iham, as well as Sanchez. I mean, the three centre backs for Galatasaray, they are defensively very strong. But yes, the only likes of the Spurs is that they can overtake them with their speed. Good gameplay by the Galatasaray so far, and they are getting, damn, look at it, they are outnumbering Tottenham in those build-ups. It is again a chance. This is looking so good, this is looking lethal. I mean, the build-ups of Galatasaray, the Spurs are nowhere near those opportunities to get those interceptions. Every time they are making those moves, they are making it too clear and too evident that they are having that position in the game. Galatasaray are having that lead. Still, it is 35 minutes of gameplay and they have got their lead again. What a good. Let me just copy this over here so that I can have the record of this goal. This goal is looking too beautiful and it was so elegant. So yes, there is a Q&A over here, that can the Spurs get those upsets, or is it the Galatasaray who are going to get the advantage of their home in the UEFA Champions League? The likes of 72 games being played, I mean a total of 4 match days, I mean 4 week of play, and that is definitely 25 of the games where the home team who hosted has got their defeat. So a compiled video of what happened in the Champions League regarding the home and the away matches, as well as the stats of the different team. We will be having those compilation as well as those videos tomorrow morning. So yes, do stay tuned and press those like and subscribe buttons on this stream, which is available for those updated videos. This is looking lethal. This game is definitely looking lethal for me. I mean, I didn't expect Galatasaray to be so much of intensity and so much of possession they are having. How can you expect, because no one watches the Turkish leagues, but there are players over there, they can create those upsets. But yes, it is still a very early to say about them, because the Spurs are known for their comeback and they will definitely get that too easy, because the likes of the players, they are not having those stints. So the battle for Europe, the Europa League is there. It is a free kick. Can that be a scoring opportunity? No, that has been denied. That was a free kick. It was some kind of conceding chances against the Galatasaray, but that was a waste. Can this game be a chaotic one in the end? That is what the watch for. Can the Turkish Giants be chaotic with those, comebacks from the Spurs? That will be a huge watch. Just on the verge of the 80th as well as on the late minute. That is Victor Osimhen again. Damn, he missed it. That was again a scoring opportunity for Victor Osimhen. The likes of Davis and Ferguson at the centre back is not looking good, guys. Is not at all looking good. The absence of Romero from the squad, Davis and Ferguson, they are not doing their job good. Osimhen again. Oh my God. This is the third goal. Is that a hat trick for Osimhen? No, that is the second goal. What a pass that was from Yilmaz. Galatasaray are doing those damages. Look at that right wing cross from Yilmaz. What has he done? And what a kind of offensive awareness that is from Osimhen. He is onto those attacking aspects so lethal and so good inside the box. Victor Osimhen is definitely a very good player, and that is his celebrating moment. The man with the mask. That is the mask of Zorro or not? I don't know. But who was that with that? It was Mertens or Ilmaz? That was Mertens with that cross, yes. With his right foot. Look at that pass. Osimhen was in between Dragusin and Poro. He was left unmarked with those incisive runs inside the box. He got that opportunity and it was nowhere near Foster to get a touch to it. So it is Galatasaray 3 and Tottenham 1 on the score sheet in the Europa League. This game is looking so lethal and the Galatasaray, the men are playing so good. Yes, Galatasaray are at the top of the table. They are doing those lethal jobs in their Turkish table as well. Just look at it here, guys. If you talk about Galatasaray, they are having the top of the table in their Super League, the Turkish League. And just look at it, they have won, 9 out of their 10, and they haven't lost a single. So, yes, people are concerned about the top leagues of the Europe, where we talk about the Premier League, where we talk about the Serie A, the Bundesliga, the La Liga, the League One. But this team from the Turkish League, Galatasaray, is doing those damages against the Spurs, and this game is their home of the Rams Park, which they are doing those damages. This game is looking lethal. The likes of Mertens, Osimhen, they are doing their job too good. So yes, 2 goals for Victor Osimhen and that one from the left footer of Yunus. That is Galatasaray 3 and the Spurs with a comeback. They are still on the score sheet of 1 goal. So yes, look at the stats of Galatasaray. They are undefeated in their Turkish table, as well as talking about the table of the Europa League. Just have a look at the table over here. Galatasaray with this win, they will clinch to the top position. They have played 4 games and only 3 wins and 1 draw. They haven't lost. So yes, Galatasaray are also the unbeaten team in the Europa League as well as in their Turkish league as well as in the Europa League. So much of worries for Postecoglou, who had those comeback against the men of Guardiola, the citizens. They got their defeat, but against Galatasaray, still 3 minutes of playtime left in the first half. They are down by a difference of 2 goals. This is definitely going too good, guys. This is definitely going too good. Is the video quality not good? Yes, it is. Audio quality, video quality, yes, it's fine. Stream health is also good. It is showing excellent. So guys, there is a Q&A over here that can these Spurs upset Galatasaray, or it is the other way which is going to happen at the Rams Park. Still now Galatasaray are having 60% possession and the Spurs with 40%, a total of 9 shots being taken by them, 4 big chances and almost all of them on target for them. Just look at it, they had 9 shots, I mean 6 shots on target, 4 big chances, and out of them they have converted 3, whereas these Spurs have got only just 1 shot on target and that was a goal. So big comebacks needed by them, big comeback. Just look at that momentum. Every time they are having that position, it is the likes of Osimhen and Icardi. They are just staying so close to Dragusin and Davis inside the box as well as high up in their defense. As well as Galatasaray, just look at their centre back lineup, the offside trap which they are making. They are so high in their defensive aspect as well. The likes of Johnson as well as the likes of Son Heung-min, and the first appearance, the debut appearance for Lancashire in the Europa League for the Tottenham, the Spurs. He got that goal, but they are far wide. I mean, look at the wingers. Where is Johnson and Son staying? They are staying so wide. That is a miss pass to Dragusin. He has conceded a throw for the Turkish giants. So 45 minutes of gameplay. The first half is over. 3 minutes of stoppage time being awarded to them. A very well first half played by the Turkish giants. And yes, I mean the Rams Park will be just singing their song. Galatasaray celebrating it against the Spurs. A big moment for them. They have got those lead and they can play comfortably in the second half. I don't think that there is any type of substitutions which is needed, or Okan Buruk, he will be going for that. But in terms of Tottenham, the aspects of Dragusin and Davis is not looking good because the formation which the Turkish Giants are playing, just look at it, they are outnumbering the centre back pairings of Tottenham. So good. Martin staying on the far right attacking positions, and that is where the right midfields of Ilmaz is making those moves. That is looking lethal. That was a shot from Sara, the number 20 from Galatasaray, but that was some sort of big expectations from this player. No worries for Foster, and that will be the end of the first half. So yes, talking about the refereeal decisions in this match, that is Lauren Visser. He has made those decisions. He was looking composed. And talking about the UEFA, they have made some kind of changes in the refereeal decisions where they are not going to make those moves. They will definitely have to wait for those VR decisions. They can consult those, I mean, match referees who are having those screen in front of them. So haste makes waste. That is what UEFA doesn't want. And they are talking about the decisions, all the decisions which they are going to take, they will take those times. So, what are your opinions that whether the decisions which are made by the referees in the UEFA matches are they looking good, or is there some sort of mishap going on there still? Ilmas to the right wings. He is moving to the right wings. That is a good cross. That was some opportunity for Mertens and Osimhen. But yes, 3 minutes are over, and the referee is going to blow his whistle soon. Yes, he has. That is the end of the first half. And Galatasaray has got those 3 goals. What a good gameplay that had. I mean, I am totally impressed. Galatasaray has impressed me, guys. I mean, this game they played in the first half so good, so efficiently. Just look at the scoreline over here, getting those 3 goals, and Tottenham getting that 1 goal. I mean, that was disastrous. Postecoglou wouldn't have had, I mean, in his nightmares, that the men from the Turkey at the Rams Park in the first half, they will be down by 3 goals. That is astonishing. And Okan Buruk, the manager for Galatasaray, he has done his job too good, especially with the likes of Osimhen, Mertens. Yes, Icardi is there, but his job is looking decent. He is that fox in the box. He will make those moments. He is not that fast, but talking about Ilmaz, he has done his job so good. Akun, he has done that also. Sara as well as Toria in the midfields were looking good. But yes, the thing which is concerning over is that, I mean, that build up from Gray, the man on the left back of Tottenham, he made that pass, and it was Johnson getting those assists so good to Lancashire. That was a comeback from Tottenham. But in the first half, Galatasaray has outplayed the Spurs. What in the second half, Postecoglou's men are going to do is they are going to have those comebacks that is much needed, because with this victory, Galatasaray are crawling up to the first of the Europa League table. And having a look over here, just look at it, guys. I mean, Galatasaray, if they get that win on the 10 points, but the Europa League, just look at the difference of points. Galatasaray on the top position with 10, Lazio second, 1 point behind, Anderlecht third, 1 point behind. I mean, the goal difference is what is creating those margins, especially in the what you would say. I mean, 10, 9, 9, 9, 8, 8, 8, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 6, 6. I mean, up to the number 14. I mean, a difference of win. I mean, 10 minus 3, if you take it, 7. Then the first 12 positions of the Europa League, they are so close. So, yes, Europa Leagues are also too good to watch, because so close the competition is. And just on the aspect of the goal margins, I mean, a win at that is 3 points. There is the number 12. You can drop down to number 12 with a loss. That is huge. That is huge. And Tottenham has dropped down. Tottenham was in the number 1 position, but if they get this loss, they will move down to the 4th position. But yes, talking about the teams, Ajax as well as the likes of Leon, there are matches. Lazio as well as FC Porto, we will be having those watch along also. And yes, late in the night, there is Manchester United, who is going to face PAOK Thessaloniki. I am not aware of that team. I'm sorry for that. But yes, that game, Van Nistelrooy, can he get those moments? We will be having the watch of that also. So yes, there is a break, and Galatasaray just overpowering, overshadowing the Spurs from the Premier League. And yes, the Turkish giants, they are making those moves so good. This is so good, and it is looking so well over here. I mean, what you talk about this team, Galatasaray, look at their stats over here. I mean, their player Ilmaz, he is the top scorer. Osimhen, Icardi, all of them are getting those goals. In the aspects, Sara from the midfield, Toria, Mertens, Just look at this. So Gabriel Sara in the midfields, Toria in the midfields, Mertens staying deep line in his attacking aspects. These are the three players. So all in all, in the Turkish table, Galatasaray is really looking too good, and they are doing their job. Just look at the transfers. I mean, the players over here, Osimhen came. That was Sara, who was from Norwich. He came. What more you can say? I mean, Ziyech is also there, but no, I won't take him into consideration. So, yes, Galatasaray are having those decent. I mean, talking about the players, just look at it. I mean, this they haven't had those transfers where the players were out. A good combination. Galatasaray is having a good combination of their players in the squad. And yes, top of their player is that the likes of Victor Osimhen, Mario Cardi, and Ilmas doing their job. And in the midfield, Gabriel Sara is the player who is doing those lethal conversions, especially with those crosses, as well as from the midfields, doing those build-ups with the likes of Mertens and Toria. In the second half also we will be having the watch along. Do stay tuned to guys, and yes, those of you who are watching this stream, do give us those like, share and subscribe moment. It definitely gives us those boost. So that is all now for the first half. I will be also taking a break in this first half, and I will be back. There are the matches which are being played is that Frankfurt Karabakh FK is not going too good this season. Roma against St. Gillois, that game is also ongoing, but in the light, in the late night, we will be having Lazio and Porto, Manchester United and Chelsea in those Conference League as well as the Europa League watch alongs. So, still, the first half break is going on. I will also take a break and will be back in just a short span of 1 minute. Do stay tuned to it, guys. Do stay tuned to it. And yes, those of you who are watching this stream, do give us those like, share and subscribe. It definitely gives us those boost. So stay tuned guys. I will be just back in one and a half to 2 minutes. Do stay tuned. The second half has started? No, it hasn't. There is the gameplay being shown between Karabag and Ajax. The second half hasn't yet started, so we have just made those moves quite good. Just have a look over here, guys. I mean, what was that aspect which definitely gives that moment? Yes, today there is a watch along. There is a watch along today we are having, and that is of Manchester United facing that of the likes of POK. I mean, that team, I am not having that much details about it, but yes, under Van Nistelrooy and the upcoming manager Ruben Amorim, can Manchester United clinch their second victory out of the three games they have been playing under Van Nistelrooy? That will be another watch out late of tonight. But as of now, we are watching the likes of Galatasaray as well as Tottenham doing that good. This is definitely going so good, guys. This game is definitely going so good. Just look at it. I mean, the way they have played in the formations as well as in every aspect, they have outnumbered. I mean, no words for the likes of Mertens and Osimhen. They are doing that job so good. You talk about the upsets, but yes, this is one of the upsets which Spur will have to deal with. I mean, Postecoglou has to deal with this upset also if he is not getting those comebacks in the second half. The goals of Yunus and Osimhen scoring twice. Osimhen, can he get that hat trick in this Europa League? It will be also a watch out in the second half. Many hat tricks are being scored in the Champions League as well, especially to name them that of Victor Gyökeres getting those goals. So yes, it is half time still going on, and the atmosphere is looking so boisterous and tinged with the trademark enthusiasm. I mean, the Turkish are really going to enjoy. Let me just focus on these stats. Let me show you these stats over here, which is over here is that the likes of Skara scoring late, but that was Yunus on the sixth minute. Just look at that. I mean, this aspect of Yunus scoring with his left footer to the far post, that was huge, and a total of 11 shots. Galatasaray, I mean, they are just taming these Spurs. I mean, 11 shots, 5 on target. Look at this, guys. 4 big chances, converting 3 of them. Whereas the Spurs have only got a single shot. Whereas in the build-ups, they are not looking in those passes as well. Only 154 passes have been made. So, do you think that this lineup needs any kind of substitutions? Just look at it over here. I mean, the bench of both the teams. There is Vicario who can come for the keeping positions, but I don't think that is needed. Dorrington, Casanova, and Udogi. Udogi definitely needs to make some substitutions to be needed because Destiny Udogi is the player who has got those left back positions, and Gray is not looking that good. But yes, Gray had got those build-ups, especially in that goal, the sole goal from the Spurs, where that was given to Johnson, and Johnson finally providing that assist to Laxia. So Gray has done those jobs in the build-ups, but in the defensive aspects, he has not been looking that little. But the combination of Davis and Dragusin, they are looking much worried, and the injury of Christian Romero is looking much concerning for Postecoglou in this game. But yes, in the defensive midfields, if you talk about Bisoma, he is looking decent. But what he can do when the two centre back pairings of Dragusin and Davis are not looking good, but the likes of Kulusevski, Bentancur as well as Solanke can be seen. Yes, that is Kulusevski. That is the substitution which Postecoglou is going to make. So who is that player who he is going to sacrifice? The substitution can be seen, and it is Kulusevski who is going to make his appearance. This is the substitution which Postecoglou is going to stand, and that is Son Heung-min. He has been sacrificed. Son Heung-min is not in the squad for the second half, and it is Kulusevski who is going to make his move. This is looking damn. This is looking dang. Was that some chance? That was Mario Icardi. He has got that chance. It was that fourth goal incoming. Look at that pass from Mertens to Icardi. Icardi had that shot, but it was wide from the post. In the second half, early in just 45 minutes, Galatasaray has again made those moves with the likes of Mertens and Icardi, and Mertens is making those lethal crosses. He is looking too good in his form. But yes, Postecoglou has made his single substitution of this game with the likes of Kulusevski. Bissouma to Madison, Madison to Davis. The right wing playmaking of Ilmaz as well as that of Yunus from the left midfields, they are doing those damages. I mean, they are looking so overpowered in their strength as well as in their passes, as well as in their incisive runs, doing so great. That is Ilmaz again. He was trying to find Icardi or Osimhen inside the box, but safe into the hands of Foster. Kulusevski with that challenge to Osimhen. Is Osimhen injured? I mean, the referee has given that booking to Kulusevski. Just 2 minutes of gameplay. Kulusevski has been made that substitution and he receives that yellow card so early. That is disappointing. That is a disappointment for Postecoglou in this game. Look at that challenge from Kulusevski. Was that a hurdle or was that a mistake? But yes, Osimhen is fine, back on his legs. That is Sara with that cross. Damn, this is the fourth goal. No, damn. It was the fourth goal for Galatasaray inside the box, and it was Foster who got that challenge so clumsy. But they have escaped. Spurs have escaped that goal opportunity from the Galatasaray. Very rusty, very clumsy inside the box. That is Ilmaz again trying to give that cross from the right wings. No, that is a block from Gray. That is a corner. Corner considered by Gray. That is Ilmaz who is having those fun moments in the right wings. That was a scoring opportunity. I mean, inside the box, just look at it. That was a scoring opportunity. That was definitely a miss. I mean, had that fourth goal would be incoming, then it would have been a complete 3 goals upset so early. Look at that shot! What is happening, Yunus? Just look at that cross. Yunus was there on the edge of the box, taking it first time, but that was a header deflection from Dragusin, denying that for a goal. Yunus is looking lethal with his left footers. Just look at it. Mertens with that corner again. It is Yunus. No, that is a free kick being awarded to the Spurs. So that was a fall. Burgwall had that fall inside the box, but that left footer from Yunus, it was going straight. Dragusin was lucky to get that header to it. But Yunus from his left footers, he is looking deadly, guys. He is looking lethal. He is creating those shots which are lethal for Foster to get a touch to it or to get some save. 5 minutes over in the second half. Tottenham still searching for those build-ups, especially from the midfields, but they are not getting those edges against the pressing from the Turkish giants. The sole substitution Kulusevski brought into the game has got that yellow card already, just 2 minutes of gameplay. That is Muslera trying to find Icardi. Ilmaz, no. What a tackle. I mean, both of these players, Sara and Toria, they are playing so deadly in the midfields, especially in those defensive interceptions as well as in those tackles. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the Turkish Giants leading in their club. That is what Icardi was looking for Osimhen. That is again a header. Osimhen is looking so good. I mean, after this stint, I mean, Osimhen was in the Serie A in the previous season. He was such a good player to watch out, but he moved to the Turkish. I mean, at Napoli, he did so good. Out of 133 games, he scored 76, as well as with Lille, he has got 18 goals out of those 38 games. Victor Osimhen was the man who was requiring those kind of, I mean, transfers for those elite clubs. But he was just denied and he moved to the Turkish giants Galatasaray, and at the age of 25 he is really making those moves. He is looking so lethal. So this is the match day which the Galatasaray must be enjoying over here. So our predictions are really going too good that Galatasaray are going to get those wins, and it is definitely looking very good. Gabriel Sara getting his yellow card, and that is this third one. No, that was the second. Mertens got that first yellow card, and now on the 54th minute, it is Gabriel Sara getting that second yellow card. Whereas the Tots, the Spurs, Dragusin, Langshier, as well as Kulusevski getting those bookings in the game. But every time there is a playmaking from Mertens or Yunus or Yilmaz from the midfields, that is Osimhen. He is looking too dangerous in those attacking aspects. He is making fun of the likes of Dragusin as well as Davis. Mertens trying to get those center of the box for Icardi, but yes, Icardi is looking for some sort of fresh legs. What are the substitutions which Okan Buruk has got in this game? I mean, the likes of Nelson, Ekman, Demirbe is going to come definitely. Ziyech is there. So Hakim Ziyech, the Turkish player, is definitely going to come with the like of Demirbe, which Okan Buruk will get. Ilmaz again, he is inside the box. That is Icardi. Icardi is also inside the box to Ilmaz. Ilmaz trying to find someone out of there, but no one to get that. It is Sanchez from the center backs creating those passes. It is Ilmaz again. He has got it. Is Osimhen again? No, denied. That was Poro who got that lucky touch to that ball. Just look at Osimhen, how deadly he is. He was that in the Serie A as well as in the League One, and now just look at that touch from Osimhen. Was that a deflection from Foster, or was that Poro getting that deflection? So, what do you guys think? Can Osimhen get his hat trick today? Corner being taken. Mertens, Osimhen is being man marked by the likes of Gray and Poro. He got that header but was a bit deflection, not inside the post. Yes, that was Osimhen getting that header, but it was wide off the post. Victor Osimhen, if it is his day, he can be deadly and he is proving it. But the creative playmaking of Mertens with the likes of Yunus and Ilmaz as well as the likes of Toria, he is looking dangerous. Kulusevski trying to get his left footer inside the box, but that was Lancashire with that shot, but couldn't have that power or accuracy to get it converted. Kulusevski was inside the box trying to get for his left footers. Again, the Spurs are going for those counters, but in the build up, I mean, the injuries of Romero, Van de Ven, as well as non-availability of Richarlison, the Spurs are looking, I mean, they are hopeless. They are looking hopeless in this game. They got those wins against City. Manchester City were also with the injuries of Ruben Dias, Rodri. They were also filled with injuries and they got that damage. And it is that some sort of deja vu coming on for these Spurs where they are under injury and they are being mauled by the Turkish giants at their home of Rams Park. So Tottenham are getting what they did against City with those comebacks. Injuries are really a concern this season, guys. I mean, some of the elite players of your favorite club, if they are getting those injuries, then it really becomes difficult for the managers, for the players to get those build ups, to get those playmaking. That is a good challenge. They are going for those all-out defense challenge moments, especially with the lacks of Bardaki, Aham, and Sanchez. They are defensively very strong. That is a bad tackle. Will that be a red card? No, that is a yellow. Yes, the referee is going to bring that second card. Damn, that is a red card for the Spurs. I can't just have it. That is Lancashire in his first appearance at the Europa League, getting his first goal and getting his red card. That is Lancashire. He is off the squad. There is not even Son Heung-min. He has been replaced by Kulusevski. So Johnson is also not there. Postecoglou has much worries in this game. Are they going for those counters or they are going for those defensive aspects with just down to 10 men? And things are getting worse for them after this 60th minute. In the first half, they were looking lean, they were being mauled by the Galatasaray, the Turkish giants, and now on the verge of 60th minutes, their debut player for the Europa League, Lancashire, has also got that red card. What is in store for Postecoglou? How many goals the Turkish giants are going to score? That is again a missed pass. That is Ilmas inside the box from the right midfield. That is a shot, and that was opportunity for Icardi. No, denied. Just look at it. Spurs are getting their back-to-back moments against Manchester City because City were under those injuries, and it is the Spurs who got those comeback. And now in this game of the Europa League, the contenders from the Europe, the fight for the Europe, they are down to 10 men and they are down by 3 goals to 1. Corner again, deflection, that is Mertens. Dang, look at that left footer from Yunus. Spurs are being bombarded with those shots. Cannons, fires, rockets, all are booming for Foster in this game. All is left for the men of Postecoglou is to just save the goals. Nothing can be seen left also in the second half. Foster is having a bad time, and Postecoglou's men, they just have to face those shots. This is looking damn crazy. Galatasaray are just taking the toll of Postecoglou. Everything, whatever they are having, have to be drained out in this game. To get those equalizers, it will be too tough because from the 63 minutes of gameplay so far, the Turkish giants are giving away those cannons for Foster. And anytime I can see that fourth goal incoming. That is Ilmas again. He has dropped in. Again, a rocket boom. Every time they are looking for those balls, they are going for those shots. Just look at, I guess it might have been more than 16 to 17 shots so far. Damn, 25 shots on goal. On target. Just look at it. Look at this stat, guys. Just look at this stat. I'm getting amazed by these stats. Just look at over here. 25 shots, 10 shots on target. This is looking so good. All the damages are being made. Already damages are being made. I can't see these Spurs getting any kind of comeback. Down to 10 men after 60th minutes, they are not having their strikers, as well as they have got those substitutions of Johnson as well as Son Heung-min. That is only the likes of Kulusevski who is staying on those striker positions. What is that? The only hope I can see is that the substitution where they can get the likes of Solanke into the attack. But yes, that will yield more to their loosening of the defensive aspects because Bentancur is there in place of Johnson. Lakshya giving that red card. Son is being substituted. That is only Kulusevski staying on the top. What kind of gameplay do you have if you are down by 2 goals and you are down to 10 men? That is huge. That is huge. I mean, no scoring opportunities left for Tottenham. I can see is that more goals incoming for the Turkish Giants. They will do those damages. So yes, that is Bergwall. He is making his moves. He can be seen going off the ground, and that is Solanke who has been brought into the attack. So that is the substitution which has been done, and that is Solanke who has made his move, and definitely Bentancur will stay down on the midfields with the likes of Kulusevski and Solanke coming in. That is what we were expecting, and that is what Postecoglou has made in the substitutions. This is looking damn upsetting for the Spurs because against City were having those ugly injuries on their list. That is a build up in the midfields. No, it has been denied. Yes, City were looking bad with those injuries, and Tottenham got those wins. It was bad moment for Pep Guardiola and his men where they dropped their points in the Premier League after those defeat. But now it is that time back for the Spurs. They are under the injuries of Romero. That is Osimhen moving. No, that has been a free kick. Yes, the injuries of Christian Romero, the likes. I mean, if you talk about Van de Ven, Richarlison are injured, Spence and Odobert are also injured. So worries for Postecoglou. Christian Romero, though he is not in that much of injury, but it is a sacrifice Postecoglou has to make for this game to make him available for the Premier League. So Postecoglou is going for the Premier League. What is the main aspect which these Spurs are having this season for the Premier League or the Europa League? In the Europa League, they were at the top of the table, but with this defeat, let me just show you that this defeat and the closeness of the points in the table, Frankfurt getting that win, they have moved to the second spot. Lazio and Porto are having the game late this night, but yes, Tottenham dropping to the fifth position. Look at this closeness of the points, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9. Just a 1 point difference can lead you to the fifth position. I mean, up to the sixth position, the teams are having. That is the second goal. The Spurs have got their second goal. It is Solanke who has got that goal. What is in store for this game? Postecoglou's men has scored their second goal. Will that be a comeback moment? Anything? I mean, Galatasaray conceding again. This is the Europa League fixtures. Was that some sort of offside? That was Solanke who had that moment. He was inside that box, and what a fine touch that was. So yes, that goal stands. No VR check being taken. But yes, if you talk about this game, till now, these Spurs, they are being tamed by the Turkish giant, but the gameplay of Postecoglou not playing Solanke as well as Kulusevski, where has he went for those moments of Johnson as well as the debut making of Lancashire along with the likes of Son, and he has substituted Son in this game. Solanke has got 2 goals in 3 matches in the Europa League. Dragosian with that tackle against Osimhen. Osimhen is looking a bit injured. Is that some sort of substitution needed? No, it isn't. Just look at that goal. It was a poor man marking, and it was Solanke with that offensive aspects. Sanchez was left nowhere for those men marking, and Solanke getting that goal. What a style that was to get that converted. Both Victor Osimhen and Solanke, the goal scorer machine, both of them are on the field. But talking about the stats of Solanke, just look at it. I mean, if you talk about Solanke, he is that scoring machine at the age of 27. The Englishman, he has scored 5 goals for Tottenham this season. I mean, from Liverpool to Bournemouth, from the Chelsea academy, this player is capable for getting those goals, and he has got those 5 goals out of the total 13 games he has played for the Spurs. That is the next substitutions which can be seen coming on the field, and it is Hakim Ziyech, that player. I mean, watching Ziyech play, it was a delight. But yes, after his transfer, Hakim Ziyech moving from Chelsea, I mean, previously he was from the Ajax. He has played for the Netherlands. He then changed to Morocco, and he was from the Hanwin, moving to Twente. Ajax, Chelsea, Galatasaray is the final destination which he has picked up. And at 31 years of age, Hakim Ziyech, can he make some difference? Because yes, they are still up by 1 goal. So is that the substitution which is going to be made? Yes, that is the substitution. It is Ziyech going to be seen making his move onto the field. But who is that player who is going to be substituted? So Ziyech is in, and Mertens have been called off. So yes, Ziyech will also do those creative playmakings, definitely from the far of the box. Hakim Ziyech was definitely a good player from Chelsea. The worries about these Spurs is that they are down to 10 men and they can't have those build-ups. That is Ilmaz to the right wings, Ziyech inside the box. That is a corner considered by Gray. So yes, as Ziyech has come on to the field in place of Mortals, he is the one who is going to take those corners, those free kicks. Sara with that left foot across from the right wings, but that was Bissouma getting those interceptions. That is Galatasaray again winning the ball. Just what is Icardi doing? Mario Icardi is looking out of form. He has got many chances, but his first time shots are not looking that good. But yes, Galatasaray has played well so far and they have just outsmarted the Spurs. Yes, that is true. A total of 30 attempts by the Turkish Giants. Solanke making his move, but that is a tackle in the midfield. Spurs have won those free kick moments. Can the Spurs level the scores against the Turkish Giants, or it is that play by the likes of Osimhen that they are going to get that win. The Europa League table is fighting for just 1 point where you are dropping to the fifth and the sixth positions from the top. Osimhen going for Icardi, but yes, Icardi is not a goal poacher or fast runner. He is a type of fox in the box. That is Solanke again. He has dropped into the box. He is trying to get past the Turkish defense. Yes, things are now looking moving for the Spurs. They are making for those movements, the long balls for Solanke against the defensive lineup of the Turkish Giants. But in the midfields, these Spurs are doing waste. Ziak has got it. Is Icardi. Damn, that is the fourth goal. But the flag is up. This Spurs defense is horrible with the likes of Davis and Ragusin. I mean, I haven't seen a defensive lineup so pathetic, especially from the Premier League, where the likes of Ragusin and Davis. I mean, they are doing this shit game over here. These Spurs are looking shit with their defense. Spurs are only good with their attacking aspects. Is that Solanke winning that ball? No, he hasn't. Solanke hasn't got that win. It is a throw, but in favor of the Spurs. This is the Europa League, guys. I mean, so close. Just 1 point down, and you are down to the fifth or the sixth positions in a single match day, and it is going so close. But yes, Galatasaray are looking so efficient and so disciplined in those tactical build-ups. Damn. Every time these Spurs are getting the hold of the ball, they are trying to find Solanke or Kulusevski in those attacks. But it can be lethal for them because if the Turkish Giants get those interceptions, then they are going for those fast build-ups, especially from the likes of Ilmaz. That is Ilmaz again. He has got no that left footer from Yunus. Galatasaray are getting those chances, but not getting it converted so good. I mean, just look at these stats, guys. I won't say that the Turkish Giants are not playing good. They are playing good, but just look at these stats. I mean, if you talk about this, 27 shots. I mean, do you expect a team to go from the Turkish league to get 27 shots, 10 on target, seven big chances, but scoring only three goals? I mean, this attack, except the likes of Osimhen, the likes of Icardi, is looking a waste. Because 27 shots, 10 on target, 7 big chances with such a fragile defense of the Spurs, where the likes of, I mean, Dragusin and Davis playing. Yes, that is what Demir Bey is going to come. So who is going to be sacrificed? It is Icardi or is that Osimhen? I mean, when you have got seven big chances, you are doing a waste. You are doing a waste. Scoring three, that is a waste. I mean, if you are playing in the Europa League, I would say that is a waste. Seven big chances, scoring three goals, whereas that of the Spurs getting only two chances and scoring two of them. I didn't expect Europa League to watch. So finally, that is Osimhen who is being sacrificed. Need of fresh legs on the verge of 80th minute. It is Demirbe who is going to come into the aspects of the Galatasaray. Talking about Demirbay, he is from the midfield. He will definitely look to have those assists. No, that is Yunus. He is also being substituted. So two substitutions. That is Jalat making his move. So two substitutions which Okanburuk has made. It is Osimhen as well as Yunus moving off the field. And the two substitutions which have come is the like of Bellart as well as Demirbay making his move. 10 minutes of gameplay left plus stoppage time. What is in store for both these teams? Osimhen can't just get his hat trick, but yes, there were many scoring opportunities for Icardi. He has wasted. It is that Spurs moment which they would like to get some kind of conversion to get those equalizers. Where is that position where Demirbay is going to play? As the game is progressing to the 98th minutes, to the stoppage time, Spurs are looking. That is 10 men down. What is that happening? Who is that? Is it Mario Icardi? Yes, Icardi is looking injured. He is down to the ground. But what actually happened to him? That challenge from Foster. Icardi was down to the ground. Is he looking injured? Icardi is demanding something from the bench. So yes, Icardi has made his signal to Okanburuk that he needs some substitution. Okanburuk with that sheet of paper. What is he having in that sheet of paper? It is that some cheat code which he has prepared for Postecoglou. Just look at Okanburuk, the manager, the coach for the Galatasaray. He is having that sheet of paper in his hand. Is it that cheat code which he has just made with some assist to get past these Spurs? They have already got their 3 goals, but 27 scoring opportunities. I mean, shots and 10 big chances, and scoring only 3. That is a waste. So Icardi is injured. He is moving off the field on stretcher. So what is the substitution? Foster is out. What? Is Postecoglou trying to play with the help of Foster? Is Foster going to score in this game? Or is he going to bring some sort of striker? If you talk about the striker, Oliver Giroud, that moment where Oliver Giroud was doing those goalkeeping jobs, that will be also some aspect to look over here. So yes, Mario Icardi has been substituted, but no, not yet. Icardi has moved off the ground and the Galatasaray, they are playing with 10 men, no substitutions being made. What is that happening? This game is looking so yuck. Galatasaray, Galatasaray getting those 10 men, and yet they haven't got those substitutions for Mario Icardi. Who is that player who has come in place of Mario Icardi? Mario Icardi is off the ground. So yes, finally it is that number 44 who has made his mark on the. Who is that player who is going to make the move. Damn, 2 to 3 minutes. Galatasaray didn't even made those moves for Mario Icardi. So it is Batshuayi. I mean, damn, Michi Batshuayi. That is the player from Galatasaray making his move onto the field. Scoring opportunity. Yilmaz there. Will he get? Yilmaz has moved to the left midfields. So yes, the substitutions made based that of Batshuayi, who has made his appearance, as well as the likes of Ilmaz moving to the left midfields. That is what. But yes, Barkan Kutlu, the defense has been brought in. Elias Jalat, the defense has also been brought in. Any type of formation changes is not looking from the Galatasaray. They are staying deep. No, they are staying high with their defense. No changes. Still 85 minutes are over on the clock. 5 minutes plus stoppage time left. Can these Spurs get those comebacks? There were Kulusevski and Solanke one on one against Bisoma, but safe. That through ball was safe for Muslera, otherwise, it would have been the damage of the night where the Spurs would have those scoring opportunities. I mean, just look at it, two teams playing the opposite way. One is going for those build ups, those press at their home of the Rams Park, while the other team is looking for those defensive aspects with 10 men down, but then also they are fighting hard for those comeback. Badushahi into the attack, but no, that challenge from Degusin and Davis. This was the first challenge from Degusin and Davis, which looked good in this game for the Spurs. I mean, Spurs didn't don't have the like of Christian Romero in the squad, and they have just looked disastrous with the likes of these two centre backs. Is Poro looking injured? No, he isn't. He is back on his feet. Pedro Poro, the number 23 for me, he has been the best player. I mean, for the whole gameplay of the Spurs, Pedro Poro is the player who was decent in this game. Apart from him, only Bentancur and Solanke has contributed. Otherwise, nothing they have got those contributions. None of those players has got those contributions in this game. So yes, Spurs are known for their comeback moment, and it is 88 minutes on the clock, 2 minutes plus stoppage time left to it. Can they get those comeback? What more is left in this game to be seen? Just the whole aspect. These Spurs, whether they are going to get that comeback, or is it the home team with their noise will go celebrating back their home with this win. The two aspects which is left awaited with the Spurs 10 men down. Kulusevski trying to cut in inside the box, but safe that is. in the hands of Muslera, the goalkeeper for the Turkish Giants. But yes, the Turkish Giants are looking deep down in their defense after these substitutions. They are trying to get the possession much because the likes of Batushai scoring. What a move that was from Sanchez against Solanke. Solanke was, but that was some side of overpowered shot. Dragosin, see, that is what the difference. I mean, it happens when you don't have your elite players in the squad. As soon as Mertens, as well as the likes of Osimhen, just moving off the field, and the likes of Kutlu, as well as Batshai, with the likes of Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech and Batshuayi are not looking that lethal. This is what the difference in the substitutions has made in. Yes, 90 minutes of gameplay is over 7 minutes of stoppage time, and we will definitely move on to the watch along of Manchester United, who are going to face POK Thessaloniki FC. I mean, what a big name that is. But yes, after all, Manchester United looking to end run of draws in the Europa League. But is that Van Nistelrooy going to bring up with this new managerial tactics? Has he got those assists from Ruben Amorim as well, who is going to join the club soon? But still 5 minutes left for Spurs to get those comeback. But it is a wide pass for Ilmaz. Ilmaz is moving there. He has got the likes of Batushai on the attacks. No, Dragusin has defended well. Talking about Dragusin as well as Davis, they are going good with the likes of Batushai as well as Ziyech from Galatasaray after the substitution. Otherwise, they were both disastrous against the likes of Mertens, Icardi, and Osimhen. That is Solanke. No, it has been denied. That is a scoring opportunity, and the Spurs have scored. Kulusevski denied. That was a scoring opportunity for Kulusevski from the mid part of the field. I mean, just near the center. He tried for those dream shots. That was Solanke holding that goalkeeper. Solanke was getting a hold of Muslera, so that is a free kick being awarded. And is that the yellow card? No, that isn't. 3 minutes are up. 4 minutes of stoppage time still left. So who got that yellow card? Was it that Solanke with that tackle? Who got that yellow card? Bentancur. Yes, Bentancur with that tackle got that yellow card. Much of anxious moment left in this game. Can the Spurs get their comeback? A no win for them because only 4 minutes left. To be precise, 3.5 minutes left in this game. Can they get that equalizer with 10 men down? Postecoglou's men, they didn't have much opportunities for scoring, but they have got 2 goals. Whereas the Turkish Giants Galatasaray, they had so many chances, so many opportunities, but they scored only thrice. And Victor Osimhen was that deadly weapon who contributed with those 2 goals. Is this the defeat for the Spurs or going to get those equalizer? What is happening? 2.5 minutes. Kulusevski is moving. There is Solanke. He is moving. There are three players. Bentancur is also there for those attacks. But no, that was a good defense. Good defensive challenge. Ball is in possession of Elmas. Elmas is speeding away. Will he go for Ziak? No, he has gone for those far shots. Why are you just giving away the ball to the opposition in such late stoppage time? I mean, Yilmaz is looking not that experienced as a player, but yes, he has got those skills. Ziak with that tackle to Zuma. Ziak is complaining to Yilmaz about wasting that chance because yes, there were three Turkish players, I mean Galatasaray players who were available, and Yilmaz just wasted it with that aspiring shot. Yilmaz against Gray, no, Bentancur is speeding away. Poro is looking just out of his breath. It's 6 minutes, just 1 minute of stoppage time left. 6 minutes out of those 7 minutes, just 1 minute of stoppage time left. What is going to happen in this game? This is looking. I mean, what a clearance that was from Ilmaz. What is it happening? They are giving away to Kulusevski like anything, and the Spurs are down to 10 men. But then also Galatasaray are looking a bit fragile in the late. What a challenge that is from Bisova. What is this happening? Cook with that challenge, but no. That was Degusin one on one against Kutlu, but it is that they have got that throw on the verge of 6 minutes and 50 seconds, 10 seconds of gameplay left. Can the Spurs get that equalizer? What is this happening in this game? I mean, after the 80th minutes, this game looked so pathetic. The referee has blown his whistle. Yes, he has. So yes, the referee has blown in whistle, and it is the end of this game of the Europa League. I mean, what a game that was! Everything looked so upside down, turning. Anything could have happened, and that is the win for the Turkish Giants. They have got that win, and in the Europa League table, the Galatasaray have called to their top spot. Frankfurt winning has also got their top spot. Athletic with their win has also called to the top spot. Whereas Lazio and Porto are having that game. Anderlecht is also getting, as well as Ajax with 3 games in their bags are also getting those. But look at this closeness of points. I mean 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 7, 7, 7. I mean just a loss can drop you down to the 12th position of the Europa League. This is what it is, disastrous. So that was all for the game between Galatasaray. We will be having a watch of Manchester United. So I will be just changing my clothes, having a break, and within 2 minutes we will be back streaming. So yes, stay tuned guys. And before ending this, do give us those like, share, and subscribe. It definitely gives us those moments of backup. So yes, keep going, and we will be back for this Manchester United match where Van Nistelrooy can he make some kind of more moments. Do stay tuned. It after just 5 minutes we will be back with another stream starting from here only.